Three, two, one. I ain't set up. It's like I'm prepared to talk and I ain't ready to talk. I'm ready. Always seems to be ready to talk. Good morning, you guys. Well, I've just been painting one painting after another. I have a show May 3rd. It's going on for like 3 weeks at this place called Studios of Key West down in Florida. And it's called Sight Unseen. I mean, basically, I ain't never seen it either. I'm just painting and painting and painting. But I've got a set of pelicans now sitting on a boat. It's a good size, 3 foot by 4 foot picture. I got a couple of 4x8 paintings and another 3x4, and I'm just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. But anyways, I got caught on one of these shows. People have heard of Dolores. Um, I can't think of her last name right now. The Event. How many of you guys are getting hooked up on that stuff? All right. Here, I'm going to minus you down, see if I can find this Dolores lady. But in reality, what we have is, can I see? Can I find her? There's this woman, and what let me see if I can find her in what would be my history. All right. But she is a woman who's been spending some time in people's heads. She has spoke with hundreds and hundreds of people in their time under hypnosis and have found, a number of interesting facts. Dolores Cannon. I can't believe I had to go all this ways just to find that. But anyways, I think she's dead now. But she's been predicting a change or a big event, which has got everybody kind of like, anything that is news, I usually will find out about it, and I'll tell you whether, and then I'm not going to tell you. Everyone make up their own minds and stuff like that. But I listened to a few different lectures that she had yesterday on this YouTube. And basically, what I'm getting out of her story is that, she was able to really like speak to some entities. She speaks to graves, and she speaks to this. So she's some kind of. She goes every time she goes in, she hears the same voices with these different people. That the same voice or a sound would come out who asks these particular questions and gives her a little bit of information. And she also says she talks not to the conscious side, but to the unconscious side. Okay, and that's the side that she says is where all the truth is. Okay, so we're getting closer to truths. The thing is that she compares it and she says that this is what they speak of in the Bible as the new heaven and the new earth. So sum it all up, the whole idea is that one earth is going to separate like a cell, and you have the bad guys on one side and you have the good guys on the other, and they're calling it an ascension. And so basically all the terminology in such a thing is wrong. God knows what the earth can actually do, but the idea is that the earth is hurting. The earth is having trouble. The earth is going way too negative. Everything is causing trouble, and these ETs are coming to help us, and they're gonna beam things down into the center of our earth, these light beams, and try to help us out. We're slowing down. We're going off course. Oh my God, and this is the end times. All right, I want you to circle that idea of the end times, because that's what she's getting it all mixed up with. She's been given a story, almost like a prophet. You and I are prophets. If you can learn the science behind all of this, it'll help tell you some things. First off, the new heart, the new mind, is the new earth and the new heaven. It's just that way because the Bible tells us this way. It tells us to read this Bible by its Spirit. The Spirit will save you. All right. And so here we are listening to this woman, Dolores Cannon, read the Bible as if she was reading it from the top. Should have known one of these entities would have told her this is what you have to do. But they did. They told her that this is what they have to stop this negativity. And then that once they get done with this negativity, they can ascend over to this new heaven and this new earth. Where have you heard this before? The whole idea is that you have to do this first. She's got the whole earth and everybody in it. If you're a good soul, if you're a good person, if you're a believer in Jesus. And listen, I caught on to a whole mess of these other people out there, and they're just going absolutely ape wild shit over this. And they're like, "Oh man, I felt the sun give me some energy today, and I didn't feel like doing anything, and it's affecting me, and it's causing my ears to ring." And my God, you guys, good night. That's crazy. All right, I'm on the same earth with everyone else. Okay, I'm on the same planet that everyone else is on. But but when you learn how to sow the seeds of the Bible correctly, that means that you understand what it's saying. If not, you read it and then it comes to you. Is how it works, you know. But this is the new heaven and the new earth. Is what's inside of you, and you have to go through hell. And yes, she caught on it. The worse the people are, the worse the world falls into shit. You know, because it is run off of us. But if there were a few people with light in them, they ascend. This is ascending. They're ascending. They're not getting higher, you know. And you know, one of my friends, the Sean guy, is saying, you know, hey, you won't be able to do anything wrong. That's wrong as well. You're allowed to still be you're the person that you are. Far be it from you to do something stupid when you got both minds working for you at the same time. You know, something's going to say, hey, you already know that's hot. Don't touch it. You know, you don't need a book telling you not to kill and not to, you know, go off on your mother. All of these ideas have to do with the brain, the right and the left side of the brain. There's this earth. This is all it is. So all the business with Dolores, when she's in there working with that brain was not telling her all the truths because she has to do the works as well. She just doesn't get the information. And what she got became more of a folly. And now we have all these people out here that are feeling the sun rays and all this stuff. You know, it's kind of like the new agers are just going fucking nuts over this stuff. But, you know, let them go. This is not what it means to go through revelation. It is, their eyes are not being opened by having, the cosmos do it. They're saying it's like there'll be a rift coming from the center of the universe, which is like from 2012 when we, how we are going up and down, along the line, in the spiral band of the cosmos. And that a wave is going to come from the center. That's not going, this is something we would have no control over. And I would say that these things are generally, takes you out. Takes you out. All right. A lot of the trouble on our earth doesn't appear to come to us from the north and south. It comes from an east to west, the way we're turning. Somehow or another, all the problems, all the destructions, everything like where the water was pulled up and pushed across the land, it was going east and west first. This is the initial problem. Cramming animals and plants and stuff like that in holes and nooks and crannies and stuff like that to turn them into, into dinosaurs to turn them into bones and stuff like that we can find today. All right, so anyways, that idea of the event is the same as that day that happens to you when you are awakened from your slumber because you did it, because you set yourself on course. I mean, this woman, one of these girls was talking about, oh, her third eye has been twitching a lot lately, and she could feel her crown chakra being adjusted, and it's being more activated these days. And I'm like, where did you get this from? You know, when we activate the single eye and come to the chakra and light up the chakra, you and I are in spirit at this time. We can't feel or see or do anything. But she says hers is twitching. She can feel all these changes, and oh my God, that's a bunch of crap. All right. There's still folly. Folly. They're not going to. God doesn't say anything about giving us a brand new earth when things get really bad. He's telling us the earth is already a black zone. Oh, we're getting this from the Tao. We get this from Buddhism. We get this from Christianity. We get this from Jesus. It says that the earth is a black zone. It's a dark zone. It's about death. This is where hell. This is Satan's realm. This is his place. You're not going to just raise the vibration of this level and ascend everyone at the same time. It doesn't say that. There's nothing nowhere telling that's going on. It's just the opposite. It says this is the works. You got to go through hell, and they're not going to change this. They're not going to make heaven better for you. They're not going to make hell better for you. It's just you have to get your mind straightened around and stop this crazy shit. All right. That's just crazy. It's crazy as all get out. All right. This idea of the world getting worse and falling apart. Yes, the more that we're going into this Kali Yuga, we're slipping into a darker world. So for someone to say that this is going to be happy because this is going to bring you from this one place, hey, look, check us out. We're doing something different. I have a headache today. This is the event. And that they say that, you just won't recognize it happening. Well, that would be pretty cool, because the way I would see it, if I could weave my little science into this, is that those people that have made it over to this other side have been erased of their past. These are the ideas that you've been forgiven. You've been erased. You're now connected to the Lord. You're now vibrating at a higher frequency. So this new earth is open to you, not to everybody. Only to those that can do the works. Get those works out of the way. This is confusing. This woman has books to sell and stuff like that. She speaks right to ETs. What the hell? She's dead. What can we say about it? We're all in this together. We all are in this together. And so for just those few elect, and it's always been just a few, those are the ones that are the light carriers, the light bearers for this earth. And that's you and me. All right. And anybody else that we can get into doing this with us. All right. That will help change things. Okay. Not believing again that the world is just going to change on its own, that they've got help from an outside source is going to make the world better. No. It all starts from us. When we can have peace of mind, then it can reflect on the outside world. Okay. And until then, it's not going to be that way. All right. It's not designed that way. It's not in science. All right, you guys. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Yeah. I'll chat with you soon. All right. Oh, where's my stop button? I'm always losing it. Someone will write something and it hides my stop button. But take care of yourselves, you guys.